Special presentation of Riverfront Broadcasting Sports. It's time for Post 8 Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Post 8 Baseball is brought to you by Comtech, Bank West, Nystrom Electric, Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping, and American Family Insurance Brittany Scheffelbein Agency.
A fly ball to center field as Spencer Eason is over. For the first time in 2023, Rollates and Miles Doyle has thrown a 6-inning no-hitter.
And by Lamb Motors, Todd's Electric, Edward Jones Financial, CHS River Plains, Wagner Auto, Jaeger, Faith Lutheran Church, Leinbach Construction, and First Dakota National Bank.
Here's the 2-0 pitch. Here's a line shot. That's to the left side. Bruce will round second. He's on his way to third. Hansen will see if he pulls up at second. He will. And Matt Hansen will have himself the cycle and an RBI double on top of it. An RBI double for Matt Hansen. He's 4 for 4.
Post 8 Baseball is also brought to you by Avera, Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota, Shane's Pharmacy, Gales Gas, Oahe Federal Credit Union, May Adam, Fisher Rounds, and Ferding Electric.
3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and Rollates. Post 8 gets a big 12-9 victory in Game 2 to earn a split over Post 22.
And by True Green Chemelon, Beck Motors, the South Dakota Office of the Attorney General Division of Consumer Protection, Kruger Contracting, Egtegra, AGE Corporation Ready Mix, Stulkin Peterson LLP. Now let's head to the booth for the call of the game with the voice of Post 8 award-winning KCCR Sports Director John Winkler.
And a good afternoon as we welcome you here. Good morning still as we welcome you here to Harrisburg for day 2 of the 2024 Dakota Classic, as Post 8 will play their in-state opponents in Harrisburg in the first game of our doubleheader, as they will take on West Fargo immediately following this game. An hour later than the scheduled start time, and thankful for the infield turf, that what would be the dirt is a turf infield, which allows us to play this game without any worries at all. Just moved it back about an hour, and we'll be ready to rock and roll, and they'll move things quickly throughout the day, and we'll stay still fairly on schedule by the time the day comes to an end later on tonight for day 2 of the Dakota Classic. But for Post 8, looking for their first win of the tournament and also their second South Dakota win of the season. And this is the important game to get. Post 8 and Harrisburg, if they don't win any more games the rest of the weekend, they want to win this one, because this is an important one for the standings at the end of the season. It's not so much even more about the Dakota Classic right now. It's about getting the win season standing-wise for both these teams. And for the Aids, who dropped a heartbreaker last night, 7-6, they're taking on Harrisburg, who is 10-4 in the season, but 2-0 so far in the Dakota Classic after winning their first 2 games of the tournament. And they will close out their pool play tonight. And if they do win here in this first game, they are in the driver's seat to be the pool winner with just that one last game to play, and would be taking on Fort Calhoun later on tonight to try and win the pool. If Post 8 does win, they've got a shot still to win the pool, but they've got to get a win here. If they will fall in this game, they would be eliminated by the time the pool play ends. So this is an all-important game in more ways than one for Post 8 and Harrisburg as we get sent for first pitch coming up here in just a couple minutes. We'll step aside for 3 minutes, come back with starting lineups after this. You're listening to Post 8 Baseball on KCCR, watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Comtech, your local technology solutions provider, is now located on the truck bypass. With great brands like Bose, Sonos, LG, Samsung, Lenovo, and so much more. Stop in to see their new showroom for everything in stock for your personal or business needs. Comtech provides professional installation and service after the sale. Comtech is your local technology store, located now on the truck bypass, or visit us on the web at comtechplus.com.
As community bankers, Bank West employees are deeply committed to supporting local causes, growing the local economy, and creating local opportunities. At a time when you can bank anywhere, we hope you choose Bank West. We'll be your financial partner for the long haul, helping you and your community achieve financial success. Bank West. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Nystrom Electrical Contracting in Pierre has been providing professional sales, service, and installation since 1977. Whether you're starting from scratch, new construction, or you're upgrading your current system at your home, farm, or office, give the professionals at Nystrom Electrical Contracting a call. They've got a lot of bright ideas. Call Nystrom's today to schedule a free computer-generated estimate. The number is 224-8750, or visit their website at nystromelectric.com.
Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping wants to make it easy for you to get that lush green lawn and that yard haven that you've been dreaming of. Visit dakotasprinkler.com to make appointments for sprinkler system spring startup, service calls, fall winterization, and landscaping quotes. Trust Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping's professionals to get you through the planning and installation to make your landscaping needs a reality. Visit dakotasprinkler.com today.
With any dream, the wind won't always be at your back, the sun won't always be shining, and some rain is going to fall. American Family Insurance is like a good, solid roof that you can trust to protect your biggest dreams. With plans that could save you up to 23% when you bundle your home and auto. Also, you can continue to dream fearlessly, no matter what comes your way. American Family Insurance.
Visit mfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company assigned its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Contact the Brittany Shufflebind Agency, LLC, 224-6627.
Looking for your next new or used car, truck, or SUV? Then go no further than the comfort of your own home. Shop online at lambmotor.com. On lambmotor.com, you'll find the vehicles Lambs has in stock. You can schedule a test drive or your vehicle's next tune-up, all online. New or used, shop for it all online, anywhere you are. Lamb Motor has the right vehicle for you. Lamb Motor in Oneida and online, lambmotor.com.
As we welcome you back, we are getting set for first pitch between Pierre, Post State, Harrisburg in the South Dakota game, the lone South Dakota game of the weekend for both these teams, regardless if they win pools and play in another spot. But for Pierre and Harrisburg, we'll go through the starting lineups. And it is for Post State, the visitors on the scoreboard in this first game. And Nolan Peterson will lead things off. He's catching for the second straight game of the tournament. Sun and Shine, the center fielder, will bat second. Carter Shuffleby, the third baseman, will bat third. Dawson Guess, the shortstop, will bat in the cleanup spot. He had a triple and a three-run homer last night for Post State. J.J. Buckles with an RBI last night. He's in the DH spot, batting fifth. Grayson Hunsley will bat sixth and play second. Bridger Babcock will be at first, batting seventh. Charlie Simpson, the left fielder, bat eighth. And Gunnar Edson, the right fielder, will bat ninth for Post State. Miles Doyle is the starter on the mound as he'll get his third starts against South Dakota opponents after he has picked up a no decision in the first time against the Brookings. The second time out, ended up with a loss against Post 320, but now we'll get his third South Dakota start here for Post State. For Harrisburg, Palmer Boyd will lead things off. He's the right fielder. Max Carlson will bat second. He's the catcher. Eli Kokench, the shortstop, will bat third. Max Shear, the cleanup man, is playing second base. Sammy Sutton, the DH, will bat fifth. Noah Boucher, the third baseman, will bat sixth. Jack Riley, the first baseman, batting seventh. Cohen Cook will bat eighth and play left field. Tate Larson will round out the order. He is the center fielder, batting ninth for Harrisburg. Darren Safransky is on the mound for Harrisburg here in the South Dakota game. And we talked about it last night that both these teams are setting up their weekends to win this game and to then move everything else after that. The two games that Harrisburg played on Friday, they weren't going to use – they used who they wanted to pitch, but they were with the thought process of wanting to go get a win against Pierre. And same for Pierre Post State. After they played the game last night, that they were lining up their pitching to make sure that they were available and ready to go for the game today against Harrisburg. And now with the doubleheader on Wednesday against Aberdeen, we'll see how the game dictates on if Miles Doyle will go all 105 pitches or if he'll get taken out on the 80 pitch count mark to try and save him for Aberdeen as well. And again, the game will dictate on where you want to go. J.J. Buckles, who pitched last night, he is available to throw again today. Only threw about 21 pitches last night, so he's not worried. You're not worried about him not being able to throw. and especially in a back-to-back scenario, that he'd be available and ready to play. The rain is still falling here at Harrisburg. It should be ending soon, and it's really just light showers. A little bit of a breeze blowing out towards center field, but nothing of any concern for this game to not be played and to not start now on time at 11:30 after having a hour delay from the normal 10:30 start to now what will be the 11:30 start here for Pierre and Harrisburg. We'll take one more break. We'll come back here in 3 minutes. We'll have first pitch coming for you next. You're listening to Post-State Baseball on KCCR. Watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
No one likes to have electrical problems, but when they happen, call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. With over 28 years of experience, Todd's Electric can handle any type of electrical problem, whether it's residential, commercial, or agricultural. Their knowledgeable staff knows and understands the importance of your home, business, or ag facility and are prepared to help. Call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. That's 223-2518. Todd's Electric, serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre areas. The line to power.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Your Pierre area Edward Jones Financial Advisors understand this. That's why Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of Governor Athletics on KCCR. Go Govs! For all your investment needs, call or stop by one of our offices to visit with your Pierre area Edward Jones Financial Advisor. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Hey you. Are you at a job that is fulfilling, has good benefits to support you or a family today, and retirement goes down the road? If you just said no, listen up. CHS River Plains is hiring operations personnel, drivers, and custom applicators at several locations. These come with a knockout affordable benefit package for you and the whole family. Apply to a job with CHS River Plains and up your benefits straight up. To online at chsriverplains.com or stop in at one of our locations. CHS is an equal opportunity employer.
Wagner Auto Company is your complete transportation headquarters. Now is the time to order your new Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram vehicles, plus a good selection of quality pre-owned and certified pre-owned vehicles. They'll take care of you after the sale with a full-service parts and auto body shop with trained technicians, along with a friendly financing team that'll work with you to find the best deal and one that'll fit your budget. Wagner Auto is your local full-service family-owned dealership for over 115 years. WagnerAuto.com. That's WagnerAuto.com. Yag Air Incorporated is your locally owned ag, chemical, and seed retailer. Yag Air Incorporated offers reliable ground and aerial application. For the latest seed and chemical pricing, contact Kyle at 605-280-8710 or Tony at 605-280-4771. Yag Air for all your ag, chemical, and seed needs. Kyle, 605-280-8710 or Tony, 605-280-4771.
Sometimes you get a piece of it and the ball sails over the fence. Other times, despite your best efforts, you strike out. I'm not just talking about the game, I mean your day. This is Pastor Sam of Faith Lutheran Church. Whether today feels like a home run or a strikeout, I encourage you to join us for worship. We celebrate when God gives us a wonderful day. We provide support and encouragement when that third strike comes. Come join us for encouraging and uplifting worship at Faith Lutheran Church.
As we welcome you back, as the Eights are coming to the plate to get us started here for our first game of the day here on the Game 2 for Post State overall in the 2024 Dakota Classic. Be Game 3 for Harrisburg. Darren Safransky is finishing up his warm-up tosses as he will be the starter on the mound for Harrisburg. 11 innings so far in his 2 starts. 2-0 record, 6 hits, 5 runs, only one of them been earned. 9 walks, 12 strikeouts. That ERA is 0.64 and a whip at 1.36. Batting average against at 162. He has been good in 2 starts for Harrisburg. And for the Eights, they're going to try and continue to hit well. After picking up the more hits in game number 1, they had 9 hits to the Fort Calhoun's 8. And over the last several games, Post State is really starting to swing the bat well. They're all the way back to their second game against Mandan. 7 hits has been the fewest they've had since then, as the first pitch will miss for ball 1 as we're underway. Starting at 11:29, just a minute ahead of schedule. 1-0 pitch. That is outside, and the count's now 2-0. I guess technically could be a little about a 59 minutes behind schedule, but the count is 2-0. 2-0 pitch is over for a strike, and the count's now 2-1 here to Nolan Peterson. As yesterday, Peterson went 0 for 4 with a sacrifice bunt. That'll be a check swing and foul back, and the count is now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here to lead off man, Nolan Peterson. Sutton Sun and Shine, Carter Shufflebein. Hitters number 2 and 3 for Post States. 2-2 will bounce in, and the count is now full at 3-2. First man to come to the plate gets to see a full count. Just 9 walks in 11 innings for Safransky, as Peterson will in on the hands, a ground ball, slow roller to the second baseman. Underhand flip will just get out Peterson from Maddox Shearer to Jack Riley, and the leadoff man is retired to kick off the ball game.
24, Sutton Sunshine.
Here is Sutton Sunshine, went 2 for 5 yesterday, a single and a double. Post State, who did not have an extra base hit through the first 5 games of the season, picked up 8 prior to coming in here to the weekend, and then had another couple of extra base hits to get started for this weekend as well, including a double from Sun and Shine, a triple and a home run from Dawson Getz as it counts 2-0. Grayson Hunsley also had a double yesterday. 2-0 pitch as well outside. The count quickly is 3-0 here to Sun and Shine. Most likely be taking all the way, looking to be the first base runner here for Post State. 3-0 pitch. That's at the top of the zone for a strike, and the count's now 3-1. Sunshine was coming in hitting .444 this weekend. That one will come inside for ball 4, and it will be a 1-out walk issued to Sun and Shine, the first base runner here for Post State, and brings up Carter Shufflebein.
Number 25, Carter Shufflebein.
Shufflebein went 2 for 5 yesterday as well. An RBI single in the 7th, tied the ball game up, had 2 hits, also reached on an air. Ground ball to the right side, stepping on the bag at first. A throw to second will not be in time. Sunshine almost slid. He slid over the top of the bag and almost slid past the bag, but he is safe at second. There's now 2 down. 3 unassisted. And he'll bring up the hottest hitter for Post State, and Dawson Getz, who was coming in at 136 yesterday before his 2 for 3 day with a triple and a 3-run homer. Had also walked twice. The only time he was retired, it came with the bases loaded and 2 outs at the top of the 7th inning. That was right after Post State had tied the game and were trying to take the lead in that 7th inning. First pitch, he's well behind the fastball for strike 1. Got a pitch up in the zone that was trying to do something with, and that wind is helping out the hitters in this ball game. And for Harrisburg, we'll talk about them in the bottom of the first. Most definitely helps them out. 0-1 pitch. That one was up in the zone. Gets thought about trying to offer at it, but does not go, and the count's 1-1. 67 degrees with that drizzle falling here at Harrisburg. Winds are out of the south-southeast at 15 miles an hour. Here's the 1-1. Comes inside, the count's 2-1 here to Getz. Looking on radar, maybe a couple extra minutes here of maybe some sprinkles here and there, but after that it should be good the rest of the way. That one will be fouled back, and the count's now 2-2. Looking like maybe later tonight could be maybe an issue trying to get that final game in if things get a little bit farther behind. Here's the 2-2. Fouled back by Getz. We'll do it again here at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Please return all foul balls to the concession stand for treat.
Sun and Shine leads away from second. Base hit can make this a 1-0 lead for Post State. 2 outs here in the top of the first. 2-2. Reaching forward, going low forward, making the play as the pitcher and Safransky. He'll underhand flip to Riley at first and retire the side here in the top of the first inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We had the bottom of the first, no score between Pierre and Harrisburg. Back in a minute on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Look, it's no secret that owning a vehicle can cause a lot of stress, and they get a lot of wear and tear on them through the extreme seasons we've grown to love. Graham Tire wants you to know that you can trust them with any problem that you have with your vehicle. Their ASE certified mechanics can make your AC cool again, or even just change your oil. They can look into and fix those noises that seem to come from nowhere and have you stressed out. Bring your car to Graham Tire so they can put your mind at ease. Graham Tire, your tire store next door.
Why am I so sore? There are everyday moments.
Hey, hold the ladder! Hold the ladder!
Yeah, that hurt. And there are epic moments.
Slide, slide, slide! College! Class of 1995!
When a moment creates a health need, visit the experts at Avera Orthopedics. We're moving health forward so you can tell the story. Learn more at avera.org/orthopedics.
It is the bottom of the first in a scoreless game between Pierre and Harrisburg, as Miles Doyle will toe the rubber for his third start of the season. And so far, 12 2/3 innings for Miles Doyle. He's 0-1 of the season. He's giving up 11 hits, 7 runs, all of them earned, 6 walks, 19 strikeouts, an ERA at 3.87, whip at 1.34, and a batting average against at 234. And for Doyle, he went the 6 2/3 innings against Brookings in scoreless baseball. End up giving up runs late in the loss to Rapid City post 320. But his first pitch strike percentage at near 70%, 69.64. So strong first 2 games for Miles Doyle, who's done enough to try and get 2 wins, but unfortunately is 0-1. That first pitch is bounced off of his leg. Hunsley will have to go over back to his left, and by the time he got to it, Palmer Boyd's safe at first base. An infield single on the first pitch of the bottom of the first. And it brings up Max Carlson. The play where, of course, Hunsley is going to go up the middle as the ball is going up the middle, and as soon as it ricocheted off the leg, it wasn't a hard hit ball, so Doyle is not even there. Nobody's really worried to check on him. He is okay. But it gave no chance for Grayson Hunsley. Swing and a miss on the first pitch. The throw to second, the runner took off, went off the glove of Hunsley. Will skip somewhat into center field, but Getz, who was backing up, will not allow the runner to take third, but a stolen base by Palmer Boyd as the counts 0-1 to Max Carlson, who swung and missed at that first pitch. 386 batting average for Carlson. Does have a home run, 9 runs driven in, 7 doubles. As this team is a team that likes to hit the ball around the field. Good curveball. 0-1 count is now 0-2. Team right now with 12 home runs, 13 triples, 21 doubles of their 118 hits. 0-2 pitch. That'll be fouled out of play. On the dimensions of the field, 310 down the left and right field line, 380 in dead center. It is a hitter's ballpark, especially if you hit it down either one of these lines. Here's the 0-2 pitch. There's a fly ball out towards right center field. Sunshine going over to it. Can't get to it. As then slipping and falling was Palmer Boyd. The throw coming in. It's going to be a double, but the runner and Boyd has to stay at third as he slipped going back towards the back, thinking that Sunshine might have caught it. And so it's a double for Carlson. But the runner can only advance to third, as Carlson will have a courtesy runner for him. But Eli Kokench now will come to the plate. Kokench so far on the season, 345 batting average. A double, 2 triples, a home run, 12 runs driven in. 340 team batting average. As the first pitch will bounce in for ball 1. And so far through what was 13 games, this was coming into the weekend with their batting average. Had 78 strikeouts, and a team that a couple years ago, they were hitting home runs like they are right now, maybe even a little bit more so, but they were striking out at a very high rate as well. They were an all-or-nothing team. This is still kind of the all-or-nothing, but there's a lot more all than nothing for Harrisburg. 2-0 pitch from Doyle. There's a swing and a miss, and the count's now 2-1. You know, they led the state, and that was probably the summer, especially the summer of 2020, I believe it was, that they had an insane amount of home runs, but also an insane amount of strikeouts on top of it. 2-1 pitch. That one's at the outside portion of the zone on the black for a strike, and the count's 2-2. Runners are at second and third with nobody out here in the bottom of the first. And Kokenge has got an opportunity to give Harrisburg an early lead. 2-2 pitch. That'll be well outside. The count's now 3-2. Don't know if you really, every guy in the lineup is dangerous. Maddox Shearer is on deck, but you don't necessarily have to give in to Kokenge with a base open over at first. 3-2 pitch upstairs, and will be ball 4. Couldn't get him to chase. And the bases are loaded here with nobody out in the bottom of the first.
Now batting number 17,
and it brings up Max Shearer.
Baseman Maddox Shearer.
So Shearer, who is so far hitting on the season .474 with 13 runs driven in. He has got the team lead in RBIs coming in the weekend. We'll foul that first pitch out of play. Getting fixated on the home runs for Harrisburg, and then you realize the guy that doesn't have home runs has got an average almost at 500. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's a ground ball through the hole on the left side for a base hit. They will send the second runner to the plate. The throw will be cut off by Getz. It's a 2-run single for Shearer. And it's a 2-0 lead for Harrisburg here in the bottom of the first.
18, the DH, Sam Sutton.
So here's Sam Sutton. First 4 guys have reached base. 3 hits already in the inning. And a 2-0 lead here for Harrisburg. And the DH Sutton now has a chance to add on to it. .304 batting average. He's got 2 home runs and 7 runs driven in. The lefty digs in, waits on the first pitch at the knees for strike 1. Again, for Post State, if they want to win the pool, they have to win this game. They cannot win the pool if they do not pick up the win. There's a ground ball. Dawson Getz will step on the bag, but he dropped the ball, picks it back up for the first down. The throw will be low, and it will get away from Bridger Babcock, and score will be Kokenge. And it will go down as a fielder's choice and then an error on the throw. The runner does stay at first base.
Number 16, the third baseman, Noah O'Shea.
As Noah Boucher will come to the plate. So fielder's choice, but also an error. And the first error of the ball game for Post State. It's a 3-0 lead with 1 out here in the bottom of the first. First pitch is over for strike 1 to Boucher. .258 batting average so far in the weekend. 11 runs driven in. Does have 2 home runs. 0-1 pitch. Runner takes off. There's a line shot over the head of the second baseman Hunsley into right center field for another base hit. Sunshine will come up with it. Runner will advance to third. It's first and third now with 1 away.
The first baseman, Jack Riley.
And that is hit number 4 in the inning here for Harrisburg. And it's now Jack Riley, the first baseman. One, you can't assume a double play will be turned, but it was a tailor-made potential double play for Post State. Instead, it's now first and third with 1 out. Runner takes off for second. There's a swing and a foul by Riley, and the count's 0-1. And Harrisburg is off and running here in the first inning. This is the 7th man to come to the plate. Everybody has reached base, whether it be by fielder's choice, walk, or by hits. 0-1 pitch. Runner takes off again and fouled away again by Riley. The count goes to 0-2. .276 batting average for Riley. OPS at 964. Their team OPS is 1.019, which is good. That's pretty good. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That one will get to the backstop. Runner started to come, but it hit the non-padded backstop that bounced right back to Peterson. So the runner at third had to stay. Obviously, Boucher takes second on the wild pitch. And the count is now 1-2. If that had skipped up a little bit and got to the netting, would have been at least a play at the plate. But since it bounced right back to Peterson, their runner had to stay put at third. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Here's a line shot. That's in to left field for a base hit. One run will come in to score. They'll wave the second run around. The throw will be cut off by Getz. It's another 2-run single. And it's a 5-0 lead for the Harrisburg Post 45 here in the first inning. And Cohen Cook will come to the plate. So 2 RBI single for Shearer, 2 RBI single for Riley. Run scoring on an error as well, and there's a 5-0 lead for Harrisburg here in the bottom of the first inning. And Cohen Cook, the left fielder, to the plate. Now the bat boy for Harrisburg is loaded up with the shin guards, the elbow guards, with everybody has reached base. Runner takes off to second. The throw will be wide of the bag at second. Picked up by Dawson Getz in the shallow center field. A stolen base for Riley, and it's now a runner on at second with 1 out here in the bottom of the first. 1-0 count as well to Cohen Cook. .448 batting average. 3 triples and a home run. It'll be fouled out of play. And the count goes now 1-1. 11 runs driven in coming into the weekend as well. 13 hits. Team slugging at .577. Cook's slugging at .793. Those triples and home runs help out quite a bit. Counts 2-1 now here to Cook. Number 9 man in the order, Larson, he is on deck. The 2-1 pitch. It'll be missing high and inside. The count's now 3-1. We mentioned it yesterday, but also again, it might be actually the regular run rule because it's a South Dakota game. 3-1 pitches upstairs. That'll be taken for ball 4, and it's now first and second
now batting number
for
11, the center fielder,
Tate Larson.
Larson.
So 9th man to come to the plate, barring a double play. Harrisburg will have at least 10 guys come to the plate. They do bat around here in this first inning. First pitch to Larson is upstairs for ball 1. I was going to mention it's a 12-run rule after 4 and an 8-run rule after 5, but thinking back to it with the last couple of years when it's a South Dakota game, it's a strict 10 after 5 like it would be in the regular season, as it counts 2-0 here to Tate Larson. But Harrisburg is already halfway to that 10-0 lead here in the first inning. That one's at the knees for a strike, and the count's now 2-1. Charlie Simpson's out in left, Sutton Sunshine in center, and Gunnar Edson in right. Carter Shufflebine at third, Dawson Getz at short, Grayson Hunsley at second, Bridger Babcock at first. As that one's fouled out of play by Larson, the count's 2-2. Nolan Peterson behind the plates, and Miles Doyle is laboring here in this first inning. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Ground ball left side. It'll be fielded by Getz. Only plate's going to be to first. A long throw is not going to be in time. It's an infield single for Larson, and the bases are now loaded here with 1 out, and we're back to the top of the order.
For Harrisburg, number 3, Palmer Boyd.
So Boyd, who led off the inning with a single and came around to score. He is back to the plate again, trying to add to this 5-0 advantage. First pitch is over for strike 1. Not the start the Post 8 was looking to have, but exactly what Harrisburg is wanting to see in this first inning. That one will be off the glove of Peterson, and will be a no play at the plate. That one just off the glove of Peterson, and scoring is Riley. He sold that one well off, coming off the glove of Peterson. And another run scores to make it 6-0, and the count's now 1-1. This pitch number 33. 33 for Miles Doyle here in the first inning. 1-1 pitch. That is flown out to right field. Gunnar Edson will make the catch. Both runners will tag. The throw will come in over the top of the cutoff man, but either way, the run was going to score, and the run moving from second to third moves up. And it's a 7-0 lead here in the first inning. Now with 2 outs, and it'll bring up Max Carlson. So an RBI now for Boyd as well. And Max Carlson, the 11th man to come to the plate here in the first inning. First pitch will miss low and away for ball 1. He doubled after Boyd singled. He doubled, and he came around to score on the 2 RBI single from Shear. That one's over for a strike. The count's now 1-1. So you get a fielder's choice by Sammy Sutton. He's the only one that was 0 for 1 in the order. Everybody else either is 1 for 1 or walked without an official at bat, as it counts 2-1. 2-1 pitch from Doyle. That's outside. That counts 3-1. Seven 0 lead here in the first inning for Harrisburg. 3-1 pitch. As a high fly ball in the left field. Charlie Simpson now will come in on it in left. He'll make the catch, and that will retire the side here in the bottom of the first. But a 7-run first inning for Harrisburg has put them in a good spot already in this ball game. Back in a minute. You're listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
The Toyota truck family. Outlast and outlive every adventure. The Toyota Tundra is large and in charge with exceptional performance, making the powerhouse ultra-capable for practically any task. The Tundra delivers proper performance with a twin-turbo V6 engine and 10-speed automatic transmission for when the going gets rough. Whether you're conquering off-road trails or hauling the weight of the world, the Toyota Tundra at Capital City Toyota is offering great APR rates as low as 1.99% for 48 months, with other specials up to 72 months for qualified buyers. Contact a sales professional at Capital City Toyota today.
At Shane's Pharmacy, your health care is important, and Shane wants to be the pharmacist to take care of you. Shane's Pharmacy will make sure your prescriptions are filled in a timely manner, they will answer your questions, and they will even deliver to your home or office. Call 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy, the pharmacy you know and trust. The number again is 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy in Fort Pierre, proud to support high school athletics.
It is the top of the second. A 7-0 lead here for Harrisburg over Pierre. And it will be 5, 6, and 7. J.J. Buckles, Grayson Hunsley, and Bridger Babcock. Anybody reach base, then Charlie Simpson and Gunnar Edson will have a chance to hit. And Post State's got a lot of work in front of him, down 7-0 in that first inning. 7 runs on 6 hits. There was a Post State error and 1 man left on base in that first for Harrisburg. Here will then take on West Fargo in the second game today. They will then, after that the game is over, will play again at 1 o'clock tomorrow in the final game of pool play against Bennington, Nebraska.
Now batting for Post State.
And right now,
DH, J.J. Buckles.
as we look at the standings for the Harrisburg pool, Harrisburg at 2-0, West Fargo at 1-1, and Fort Calhoun at 1-0. Those are the 3 teams that are... And obviously, Post State being just 0-1, they're still alive right now, but have a lot to come back from if they want to try and still win the pool, but also win this ball game. That one's grounded back to the pitcher as Safransky will make the play. And the leadoff man retired to open up the top of the second. And it'll bring up Grayson Hunsley.
Hunsley, second base.
So if Harrisburg does win, Bennington and Pierre are both eliminated from winning pool play. Bennington pretty much already is all but eliminated from pool play with being 0-2 yesterday. Hunsley will swing and miss for strike 1. And then if Pierre would beat West Fargo, they would also then eliminate West Fargo from winning the pool. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one's a ground ball on the left side. It'll be fielded by the shortstop in Kokenge. The throw to first will be in time. This is smooth play from Eli Kokenge, and there's 2 down here in the top of the second.
Bridger Babcock, first baseman.
I'm going to bring up Bridger Babcock, the first baseman. If Harrisburg does win this game, then it becomes a game against Fort Calhoun for Harrisburg tonight to determine the pool winner. That one's over for a strike, and the count's 0-1. Obviously, West Fargo can try and win their games. You know, Fort Calhoun, although that'd be the thing. If West Fargo goes 3-1, Fort Calhoun would, well, they could potentially go 3-1 as well. So there is still a little bit, but as the day goes on, Harrisburg knows that they would be able to win the pool if they would win both these games today, because they'd be 4-0 as Bridger Babcock gets hit by a pitch. And it'll bring up Charlie Simpson. Simpson will come to the plate, the 8th man in the batting order. He had been the cleanup man for the last couple of games. He went 0 for 3, reached on 2 fielders' choice. First pitch is inside for ball 1, but what Post State was able to do the last couple of games is really, and now that Simpson is getting demoted down from the 4 to the 8 spot, that everybody's hitting so well that you can drop Simpson down a little bit in the lineup and continue to add the pop down there towards the bottom of the order. Makes those lineups that much more dangerous when you can have someone like Simpson hitting down in the 8 spot. As it counts 3-0 here to Charlie Simpson. .30 pitch. That will be behind him and be for ball 4. 4-pitch walk in his first and second here with 2 away.
17, the right fielder, Gunnar Edson.
Here's Gunnar Edson, the number 9 man in the order. Edson went 1 for 3 yesterday. He singled in the top of the 7th, lead off that 7th inning. Came around to score on the RBI single from Carter Scheffelbein, which tied the game at 6-6. Trying to get Post State on the board here with 2 outs in the top of the 2nd. First pitch will be at the top of the zone, inside corner for a strike. The count's 0-1. That'll be over for a strike. The count's now 0-2. Here's the 0-2 pitch. I'll miss low and away, and the count's now 1-2. Miles Doyle is waiting on deck. 1-2 pitch will miss low, and the count's now 2-2. Not sure if that means that Nolan Peterson will come out of the ball game and will move guys around. Maybe Grayson Hunsley will go back to the catch. 2-2 pitch will be taken for strike 3, so not going to see Doyle come to the plate in this second inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, 2 men left on base. Into the bottom of the second, 7-0 lead for Pierre make the Harrisburg over Pierre. Back in a minute on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Most of us already know that Gales Gas of Pierre is the place to call for propane. They offer an automatic fill plan so you never have to worry about running out of propane. They accept debit and credit payments or a budget payment plan to spread out the cost throughout the year so you never have surprises when you get your bill. For delivery, convenience, and great customer service, call Gales Gas at 224-5518. That's Gales Gas at 224-5518.
People helping people. Have you ever wondered what the benefits are of becoming a Wahi Federal Credit Union member? At Wahi Federal Credit Union, we reinvest profits in you. We do this in the form of lower interest rates, higher dividends, and low to no fees. So come check us out or come in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre, because at Wahi Federal Credit Union, we treat our members like they own the place because, well, they do.
Hawaii Federal Credit Union.
So we'll be Coulter Babcock that will take over on the mound here for Post State to start the second inning. As they will be as Coulter Babcock will be looking to try and keep this a 7-0 deficit right now. The only change, Miles Doyle is his second, Grayson Hunsley will be catching. So Buckles will come out of the ball game, as well as also, I believe, it would also then be Nolan Peterson coming out, as Doyle will hit in place of Miles Doyle. And then Babcock would hit in place of J.J. Buckles. But it will be 3, 4, and 5 here for Harrisburg. Eli Kokenge, Maddox Shear, and Sam Sutton be the first 3 hitters. And so a chance here for Coulter Babcock. First pitch will be upstairs for ball 1. It's a low-pressure situation. It's a 7-0 lead for Harrisburg. It's not one you're trying to come in, close the door, and have no, your every pitch is a high-stress pitch. This is a spot here for Babcock to just work, get some work in. This is his first appearance of the Senior Legion season. 2-0 pitch is ripped out to left field. Kokenge, that will be Simpson, that will turn and watch it go. Eli Kokenge hits a line shot that just gets over the fence. And it's an 8-0 lead here for Harrisburg. Solo shot to lead off the second inning. And for Kokenge, that is going to be home run number 2 on the season. And we'll bring up Max Shearer, who had a 2 RBI single.
Now batting number 17, Maddox Shear.
Back in the first inning, got Harrisburg on the board first. Here's the first pitch. A swing and a foul back, and the count's 0-1. That was a line shot home run. Didn't get much higher than the outfield fence. But it snuck out, and Harrisburg has already had another run here in the ball game, up 8-0. 1-1 pitch. That one's fouled back. The count's 1-2. Sam Sutton, Noah Boucher, the next 2 hitters, along with Max Shear, the 3 hitters here. 2-2 pitch, just a bit upstairs. Now the count is 2-2. Two-two pitch. That one's fouled out of play, and the count remains at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Rain is stopped here in Harrisburg. The 2-2 is upstairs, and the count's now 3-2. Backed us up an hour, but just about everybody got going an hour later for the Dakota Classic. 3-2 pitch. There's a line shot. That's going to get over the head of Sunshine. That one burned him as he thought it was coming right at him. Rolls all the way out to the wall. Rounding second on his way to third is Shear. The throw will come in from Getz, and it will be not in time. It's a triple. And 2 for 2 now is Shear. And to bring up Sam Sutton, the designated hitter. So home run and triple to get things started here for Harrisburg against the Eights in the bottom of the second. As the lefty will dig in. First pitch, top of the zone for a strike. The count's 0-1. So Grayson Hunsley now behind the plate. Miles Doyle has moved from the mound to second. He went just that 1 inning, giving up 6 hits, 7 runs. Did not record a strikeout. This one will be popped up left side. Be out there for Simpson, who will make the catch. Runner will tag and try and score. The throw will come in, and it will be wide of the plate. And a sac fly RBI for Sam Sutton. Second one of the day for Harrisburg. And there's one down here in the inning. One out, nobody on here in the bottom of the second inning. 9-0 lead. First pitch to Boucher. He'll swing at that one and sky that one out towards right center field, out in the gap, and that one will get down as it hits the base of the wall. Rounding second is Boucher. He'll pull up there. He's got himself a double. Third extra base hit of the inning. 9th hit of the ball game already for Harrisburg. And it brings up Jack Riley, who had a 2 RBI single back in the first inning. Boucher's now 2 for 2 with a single and a double. A home run, triple, and double, the first 3 hits of this inning. Babcock will come set from the stretch. Nobody holding the runner on at second base. As the first pitch will bounce in, and taking third will be Boucher. So runner on third here with 1 out in the bottom of the second. 9-0 lead for Harrisburg. One 0 pitches upstairs, and the count's now 2-0. Jack Riley is 1 for 1. 2-0 pitch will miss high and inside. The count's now 3-0. 2 of the 4 outs that have been recorded against Harrisburg have been productive outs, with the sacrifice fly being utilized twice. 3-0 pitch will miss low and inside, and it's now first and third. With 1 away, and it brings up Cohen Cook.
Cohen Cook.
Again, we can close the book for Miles Doyle in that first inning, as he gave up 7 runs, 6 of them earned on 6 hits, 2 walks, no strikeouts. He threw just 39 pitches, so he's not available tomorrow, but as long as he did not throw 81 or more pitches in this ball game, he'd be available Wednesday, so he will be able to throw against the Aberdeen Smitties when they come to town on Wednesday on Post-State Hometown Hero Nights. This will be popped up left side, foul territory. Shufflebein will chase after it, but it lands out of play. And the count's 0-1. Seven runs in the first. 2 runs so far here in the second for Harrisburg. And Post-State is running to a buzzsaw here in the first 2 innings. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss, and the count's now 0-2. We'll see then who maybe gets the start. Trevor Rounds, I think, is feeling pretty good. He might get a start in the second game of our doubleheader against West Fargo. Here's the 0-2 pitch from Coulter Babcock instead of check over. Dawson Getz, maybe Charlie Simpson, Sun and Shine. Carter Shufflebein would be guys that they could go throw. That one will bounce in, blocked by Hunsley. The count's now 1-2. Comes set from the stretch, 1-2 pitch. That's upstairs, and the count's 2-2. You're listening to KCCR Pierre Riverfront Broadcasting Station. 9-0 lead for Harrisburg here in the bottom of the second inning. 2-2 is found off the end of the bats. Staying alive is Cohen Cook, who walked in his first trip to the plate. Ground ball can get you out of the inning and limit the damage. Here's the 2-2. That one's taken for strike 3. Runner took off late for second and will stand up stealing second, but there's now 2 down in the first strikeout of the ball game for Post-State. And it brings in the number 9 hitter in Tate Larson. Larson singled with the first 9 guys in the order all got reach base. The only one that didn't went technically 0 for 1 was Sam Sutton with a fielder's choice. First pitch is upstairs for ball 1. 2 runners in scoring position here with 2 outs in the bottom of the second. 1-0 pitch. That one just missing upstairs, and the count's 2-0. West Fargo, the team that Post-State will play next, and they are 1-1. That one will get to the backstop, and another run will come in to score. making an even 10-0 lead here in the bottom of the second inning as it counts 3-0. Top of the order is due up next. West Fargo lost 8-3 to Harrisburg in the first game of the day, and then beat Bennington, Nebraska 5-2. That one is over for a strike. The count's 3-1. It is Harrisburg Gold along with Brandon Valley and Yankton as the count's now 3-2 here to Tate Larson. They are the three teams from South Dakota that are in the driver's seat to try and win the pool. 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. And Babcock from 3-0 comes back and gets a strikeout of Larson to retire the side. 3-run score in the inning on 3 hits. There were no errors and 1 man left on base. 2 innings in the books. 10-0 lead for Harrisburg over Pierre. Back in a minute on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
The lawyers at the May Adam Law Firm in Pierre know how important your families are to you. If you've been putting off getting your affairs in order, know that the May Adam Law Firm is available to counsel you through your questions and help you get the documents in place so that you've made your loved ones secure. Call them at 224-8803 and they can chat with you about how to document your concerns and care for your family. We're all in this together, and the May Adam Law Firm is ready and able to help.
Insurance. We all need it to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates. At your service, at your side. With offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
It is the top of the third. Post 8, they are down American Family Insurance. The Brittany Schoffelbein scoreboard 10-0 to the Harrisburg Post 45 Legion team. And it will be the top of the order. And I believe Miles Doyle will have to hit in place of J.J. Buckles. And the leadoff man will actually end up being Coulter Babcock. As everybody's ready to go except for Post 8. Doyle, I think, is attached to Buckles in the batting order. So when Coulter Babcock came into the game, Doyle stayed in as well. He replaced Nolan Peterson instead of, which would have been an interesting spot if Post 8 had gotten Miles Doyle up to the plate. So Coulter Babcock will step in for the first pitch to him. He'll be over for strike 1. Here's the 0-1. Be on the outside corner for a strike, and the count's now 0-2. For Coulter Babcock so far, 200 batting average, 1 for 5. So has scored 3 runs. As the 0-2 is missed well outside, the count's now 1-2. Sioux Falls East, the Harmadon pools have just 4 teams in them. They are the 2 teams that are short of making it a 40-team tournament, as there's a swing and a miss by Coulter Babcock, and he is down on strikes. First down here in the top of the third, and it brings up Sutton Sunshine. But they won 9-1 over Harrisburg Black yesterday, and Columbus, Nebraska also 1-0. That one's over for a strike to Sutton Sunshine, who drew a walk in his first trip to the plate. Here's the 0-1. That one's over for a strike. The count's now 0-2. Post 8 will also be in a tournament next weekend when they travel up to Minot and play at Corbett Field. 0-2 is outside, and the count's now 1-2. There'll be a Friday, Saturday guaranteed 4 games, 2 on each of those days. That one's over for strike 3 on the outside corner, and Safransky is just pounding the outside corner with strikes right now. Carter Schuffelbein will come to the plate. Outside pitch is continuously being called a strike, and Safransky is not wasting any time. He's going out to that outside pitch. And another one that's over for a strike. I mean, if it's there and Safransky is hitting a spot over and over again, and the A's have got to find a way to take the ball to right field. 0-1 pitch. That one is down the middle, and then Scheffelbein will poke that into left field for a base hit. First hit of the ball game for Post States.
Number 7, Dawson Getz.
And it brings up Dawson Getz. Grounded back to the pitcher in his first at bat, now 2 for 4 here in the tournament. Scheffelbein picks up his third hit here of the Dakota Classic. First pitch over for strike one, the inside corner this time to Dawson Getz. Looking for 3 shutout innings here for Safransky. 0-1 pitch. That is missing low and away. The count's now 1-1. The 1-1 from Safransky to Getz. He'll go the other way down the right field line. That will be just foul. That one drops in. Scheffelbein's got a chance to score. Off with contact, but it landed foul by a couple of feet, and the count's now 1-2 here to Dawson Getz. And the leadoff triple yesterday in the second inning. Before then, he hit a 3-run homer in the third. It was responsible for 4 of those runs scoring for Post States in that 7-6 loss. The 1-1. That is outside, and the count's 2-2. And that, I meant the 1-2 pitch ended up being a 2-2 count. The 2-2 on its way. That one's fouled back. It remains here at 2-2 to Dawson Getz. And then here comes the 2-2. That'll miss low and away, and the count's now 3-2, and Scheffelbein will get a chance to have a head start here with 2 outs and a full count upcoming. Here is the 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Getz got tied up in knots, and then it is a third strikeout of the inning and a 4th strikeout of the ball game for Safransky. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We head to the bottom of the third. It is a 10-0 lead for Harrisburg over Pierre. Back in a minute on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Verdict Electric has a long history of doing electrical work the right way. Economical service, professional work, and customer satisfaction is why they can say that. Verdict Electric can do residential, farm, and commercial projects. Doesn't matter if they are charged with new construction or a remodel project, they get it conducted. Contact the staff at Verdict Electric at 224-8684. They can light a spark into your next project. Verdict Electric, 224-8684.
Hey, yo, Speedo's Lawn Care.
Hello. Say, my yard's in rough shape. It's got weeds, brown spots, and crabgrass.
Yeah, no problemo. What shade of green you need? We got 31 shades of green over here. Even the latest shade of septic tank grass green. That one just naturally gives off a glow.
Call the professionals at True Green. They know how to get your lawn healthy and keep it healthy. They guarantee it. All technicians are trained and certified.
Call True Green, 224-1916.
So a 10-0 lead here for Harrisburg as we hit the bottom of the third inning. With Jen Brazilius back at the station. John Wickley here on this Saturday afternoon. And it'll be the top of the order. And Ty Raymond will come to the plate. He will hit in place of Palmer Boyd. After he went 1 for 1 in his 2 trips to the plate. First pitch is upstairs for ball 1. Here's the 1-0 from Babcock. That one's fouled back, and the count's now 1-1. Ty Raymond so far 0 for 4 on the season, 5 plate appearances. Does have a run with a walk. Looking for his first hit of the 2024 summer. 1-1 pitch is upstairs, and the count's 2-1. Post State has left 4 men on base. No runs on one hit and an error for Post State, and that one will be at the bottom of the zone for a strike, and the count's 2-2. On the other side, 10 runs, 9 hits, no errors for Harrisburg. They've left just 2 men on base in 2 innings. That one just missing inside, maybe a little bit high, and the count's now full at 3-2. Here is the 3-2 pitch. That one taken for strike 3, and Raymond will strike out to lead off the bottom of the third, and there's one down.
Batting for post 45.
It'll bring up Maddox
Plack.
Plack in place of Max Carlson. So Plack will get his first chance to swing the bats. And we'll probably see more substitutions as we go along. He is also 0 for 4 so far, 7 plate appearances, does have 3 walks and 2 runs. So also looking for his first hit of the 2024 summer. Swing and a miss on the first pitch. Eli Kokenge is on deck, so I say more substitutions, maybe not so much in the number 3 spot, but might see more guys get a chance to swing the bat for Harrisburg as the game progresses. That one's over for a strike, and the count's quickly 0-2 here to Maddox Plack. The 0-2 pitch. That one's taken for strike 3 in 3 pitches, and now 4 straight strikeouts for Coulter Babcock, 2 backwards Ks. And there's 2 down, and it brings up Eli Kokenge. 3 backwards Ks for Coulter Babcock and his 4 strikeouts, including in the first 2 here this inning looking. First pitch is over for strike 1 on the outside corner to Kokenge. Hit a solo shot to lead off the bottom of the second. He's 1 for 1, walked in the first. The 0-1. That one's outside, and the count is even at a ball and a strike. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That is fouled out of play, and the count's now 1-2. We got started right around 11:30. 11:29 was official first pitch time, which was an hour behind the 10:30 scheduled start time. So if you would just move everything back, as that one's high, and the count's now 2-2, it would mean that Pierre and West Fargo would play at 2 o'clock. However, West Fargo is already warming up. They're already hitting in the cage. They would probably take over. We're probably not looking at trying to start at 2 o'clock. It would be a lot sooner to get things going. That obviously is dictated by how this game finishes, when this game finishes. And if the next game will get started prior to the 2 o'clock time, and I think they're going to try more of a rolling schedule to get back caught up before the end of the night. Here's a 3-2 pitch to Kokenge. It'll bounce in, and no 1-2-3 inning for Coulter Babcock, and a 2-out walk issued to the Harrisburg shortstop. And here's Maddox Shear, who is 2 for 2 with 2 RBIs. Singled the home 2 runs in the first. Hit a triple immediately after the solo shot by Kokenge in the second. Looking for a scoreless third inning here for Post State. First pitch will bounce in, and Kokenge will take second. On the pitch in the turf, and the runner is now in scoring position here with 2 away, trying to add a couple of insurance runs for Harrisburg. Here's the 1-0. That'll bounce off the glove of Hunsley, but not far enough away, and the count goes now 2-0. 10-0 lead here for Harrisburg in the bottom of the third. 2-0 pitch. Line shot back up the middle. That was backhand by Doyle in the outfield grass. The throw to first is going to be in time. And a good play from Miles Doyle to retire the side up the middle. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We head to the top of the fourth. 10-0 lead for Harrisburg over Pierre. Back in a minute on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Springtime has arrived. Service and Parts Department at Buck Motor Company want to remind you to get your vehicle serviced early to avoid any breakdowns and service-related frustrations. Get up to $100 mail-in rebate on a set of 4 tires, along with 4 free oil changes, a $400 value. All AC Delco Marine batteries starting at $134.95 and come with an 18-month warranty. Take $15 off a light detail. Spray in bed liners, $635 on long beds and $595 on short beds.
Or a family member receiving Medicare calls asking if you've received your new Medicare card? This should be a red flag, as Medicare is not sending out new cards, and Medicare will not contact you to ask you about your card. If you have, or someone you know has received this type of call and they gave out their Medicare number, please contact the South Dakota Attorney General's Consumer Protection at 800-300-1986.
It is the top of the fourth. Post 8 is down 10-0 on American Family Insurance. Brittany Schoffelbein scoreboard. Miles Doyle lead things off and hitting in place of J.J. Buckles. So it'll be Doyle, Hunsley, and Bridger Babcock. He might reach his base. It'll go to Charlie Simpson. First pitch is over for strike one. Doyle yesterday for Post 8 went 0 for 2 with 3 walks as he'll foul that one off the mask of the catcher of Carlson. Counts now 0-2, although Carlson, well, he is back in the ball game with the re-entry rule of the tournament, able to come back in after being hit for in the 3rd inning. Counts now 1-2. 1-2 pitch from Safransky. Swing and a miss, and Doyle will strike out. And there's one down here at the top of the 4th. And Post 8 is quickly down to their final 5 outs in this ball game.
14, Grayson Hunsley.
Unless they score at least a run here in the next 2 innings. The next 5 outs at least get a run. Here's Grayson Hunsley, who is 0 for 1 with the ground down to the shortstop in his first trip. Kokenge made a nice play. Left side in the hole to his right. The throw on Hunsley. 1-0 pitch. It's outside, quickly 2-0. Bridger Babcock is on deck for Post 8. 2-0 pitch. There's a swing and a miss, and the count's now 2-1. Later on tonight here on KCCR, we've got Game 4 of the Stanley Cup Final. Florida Panthers up 3-0 in that series over Edmonton. The count's 3-1 here to Grayson Hunsley. And Edmonton will be trying to do what the Dallas Mavericks did last night and dominate a Game 4 to extend the series at least another game. That one's fouled out of play by Hunsley, and the count's now 3-2. You got coverage starting at 6:30 tonight. Puck drop just after 7 o'clock. Here on KCCR. The 3-2 pitch. That one fouled back. We'll do it again here at 3-2. Three-two pitch. Hunsley will sky this towards left field. Coming in is Cook to make the catch. And there's now 2 down here in the top of the 4th, and it brings up Bridger Babcock.
20, Bridger Babcock.
Babcock was hit by a pitch in his first trip to the plate. The pitch will miss for ball 1. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one a swing by Bridger Babcock, and the count goes to now 1-1. The 1-1 on the outside corner for a strike, and the count is now 1-2. And Safransky a strike away from getting 4 shutout innings here in the top of the 4th with a 10-0 lead. 1-2 is outside, and the count is now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Looking for strikeouts at number 5 And it's missing outside. The count's now 3-2. Make that strikeout number 6 for Safransky. 3-2 pitch. Fouled back. And the count remains at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Again, as we'll get set for that second game. West Fargo would take an IO, but nobody else, but Pierre will not take it. You only get an IO before your first game of the day. As that will be ball 4 to Bridger Babcock, and the inning will extend to Charlie Simpson.
12, Charlie Simpson.
They will take over the third base dugout and work their way into getting loosened up, warmed up quickly, and I would think that, again, depending on the timing of the game, we will be getting a little bit closer to being back to that original schedule with that scheduled 1 o'clock first pitch before we had the hour delay. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. The count's now 0-2 here to Simpson. He walked his first trip to the plate. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That one's chopped foul at the plate by Simpson. The count remains at 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch again here to Simpson. Taken on the outside corner for strike 3, and that will retire the side here in the top of the 4th. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We head to the bottom of the 4th. 10-0 lead for Harrisburg over Pierre. Back in a minute on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Building a home. It's the biggest investment most of us make in a lifetime. Not to mention it's a decision that, well, you pretty much live with day and night. The quality of the workmanship stares back at you like a reflection. It also affects the value of your investment. Choosing the right contractor is critical. Kruger Contracting is that contractor. Call 222-2523. Quality workmanship and materials completed on time. Kruger Contracting. In a word, quality. Call 222-2523.
AGE Corporation's Contractors and Crane Service is a proud supporter of Pierre Governor Athletics. For almost 60 years, AGE has been building South Dakota. For all your site work construction and crane work needs this season, AGE is here to help. Give them a call. AGE Corporation and Crane Service, 223-2732. That's 223-2732. AGE, proud supporters of local sports.
Bottom of the 4th, it is a 10-0 lead for Harrisburg over Pierre Post State. Sam Sutton will come to the plate. He is 0 for 1, fielder's choice in the first, RBI sac fly in the second inning. He'll ground that one foul on the first pitch here in the bottom of the 4th. So Post State will need to score at least a run in the top of the 5th. Otherwise, the ball game will end in that 5th inning, so they're now just 3 outs away from falling in this game. This will go the other way to Simpson as that one started to tail just a little bit, but a line out from Sutton to Simpson.
Noah Boucher.
And now here is Noah Boucher. He is 2 for 2, single in the first, doubled in the second. One out, nobody on here in the bottom of the 4th inning. First pitch swinging, pops it up, foul territory, left side. Grayson Hunsley, everybody then kind of stopped as Shufflebine, Hunsley, and Coulter Babcock got over there, and it lands foul. Jan Decatur and Boucher, Jack Riley, didn't really have anywhere to go because if he backs up, he's going to run to Shufflebine, which would cause an out. If he goes forward, he'll run into Coulter Babcock, and if he went down towards home plate area in foul territory, he'd run into Grayson Hunsley. Outside of trying to escape back into the dugout, the 0-1 pitch will be fouled out of play, and the count's now 0-2, which then, him taking steps maybe slowed down Shufflebine, Hunsley, and Babcock a little bit, thinking that somebody else was running closer to him. Obviously, it's nothing else that Riley can do about it. 0-2 pitch. That one is skied foul to play on the right side. But maybe the case of why those guys all slowed down towards the end. And probably a little lack of communication with all three of them not really in a good spot to try and go get it. Oh, 2 pitch. That one will bounce in. The count's now 1-2. O'Shea looking to keep his day going. Looking for a 3-for-3 first game here, the day 2 of the Dakota Classic. That one is upstairs, and the count's now 2-2. Two-two pitch from Coulter Babcock. As a fly ball out towards left center field. That's going to get down and one hop off the wall. Sunshine will pick it up. He'll fire it in. It's another double for Boucher. He is 3-for-3 with 2 doubles.
Number 10, Jack Riley.
And it's now Jack Riley that will come to the plate. Riley with a 2 RBI single in the first. He walked in the second. As he'll dig in here with 1 out and a runner on scoring position. On at second. First pitch. This will be popped foul. That'll get out of play. And the count's 0-1. Have Braxton Kusler that will be hitting next. And so hit for Cohen Cook. 0-1 pitch will bounce in. The count's now 1-1. In West Fargo, who is 1-1, they're making their way over to the third base dugout. And then they'll overtake that spot after this ball game is over. And hear their cleats walking across below us here at the press box at Harrisburg. That 1-1 pitch will miss low, and the count's now 2-1. This will be their only game today. As Fort Calhoun will also play a doubleheader today along with Pierre. That one will bounce in. Runner takes off for third. The throw to third. And the tag not quite applied in time. And the count goes to now 3-1. With a runner at third and 1 out. The 3-1 pitch here from Coulter Babcock. That one's over for a strike. The count's 3-2. Riley trying to make this a 11-run ball game. 3-2. That's just fouled back. Riley lost the handle of his bat. Didn't toss it, but circled around him and grabbed a little bit of extra pine tar between the handle and the barrel. Three-two pitch. That one's high and inside, and that'll be ball 4. And it's first and third.
Now batting number 2, Braxton Kusler.
As Braxton Kusler will come to the plates in place of Cohen Cook. And for Kusler, 500 batting average, 3 for 6 with an RBI. All 3 of his hits have been singles, 5 runs scored with 1 walk as well. First pitch, instead, a check over at first. Here's the first pitch now to the lefty. That'll bounce in. Runner takes off for second. There will be no throw. And it's now second and third here with 1 away in the bottom of the 4th. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That'll also bounce in. It counts now 2-0. And for Coulter Babcock, it turns into just going to have to get these outs. And the fact that you've got 2 more games to play this weekend and then coming up Wednesday against Aberdeen, we'll try and conserve arms as the 64th pitch of the day for Babcock will come in and miss low for ball 3. The 3-0 pitch here to Kusler. He'll miss outside, and it'll be a 4-pitch walk, and the bases are now loaded here with 1 out.
Tate Larson.
And it brings up Tate Larson. Larson is 1 for 2, singled in the first, struck out swinging in the second. First pitch, swings at it and fouls it away. Just 1 out here, but a ground ball can get you out of the inning. Both State would have 9-1-2 with Gunnar Edson, Coulter Babcock, and Sutton Sunshine. Be the first 3 hitters in the 5th inning. 0-1 pitch is over for a strike. The count's now 0-2. As you can hear right now, that wind's starting to change direction a little bit. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. There's a strikeout of Larson. Second time that he's struck out of the ball game, and it's back to the top of the order.
Now batting number 3, Palmer Boyd.
And it's back to Palmer Boyd. Boyd was hit for by Ty Raymond in the 3rd, but re-entered the ball game, so he will hit again here in the 4th. He is 1 for 1. First pitch will miss low for ball 1. American flag out in center field, still blown out towards left center. As this one will be skied on the right side. Miles Doyle will back into the outfield. He will call for it, and he will make the catch, and that will retire the side. Here in the bottom of the 4th inning. No run score on 1 hit in the inning, no errors, and 3 men left on base. To the 5th we go. Post State needs at least 1 run. Down by 10. Back in a minute on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
At AgTegra, we're leveraging the power of the cooperative to benefit our farmers and ranchers, their families, and local communities. We're creating jobs for your neighbors and putting money back into our communities. We're lending a hand in our rural fire departments, food banks, and 4-H and FFA programs. That's what local is all about. When you do business at AgTegra, you help us make a difference in your community. AgTegra, strong, stable, dependable, and local.
Stolken Peterson LLP has been your local CPA firm for over 40 years, offering tax preparation, bookkeeping, payroll, and consulting services. If your business, farm, or ranch needs professional, accurate, and reliable services, we are your firm. Our clients are our #1 priority. If you need a higher level of accounting service, give us a call at 605-224-5828. That's Stolken Peterson LLP, 222 East Missouri Avenue in Pierre.
9-1-2 here for Post State in the top of the 5th inning. Needing at least a run here to keep the ball game alive, down 10-0. And then when we get into the game against West Fargo, assuming that's how it's played out, and I mean, we would see if Post State does score a run and get out of the inning, but it would be 12 after 4 and 5 after 8.
Number 17, Gunnar Edson.
Well, because of the fact that we're playing a South Dakota game, I think that one, it goes to just a 10 after 5. But we do know once the West Fargo game starts that would go back to the 12 after 4 and 8 after 5 run rule. As the first pitch to Gunnar Edson will miss outside for ball 1. That one's over for a strike. The count's now 1-1. Edson struck out looking in his first trip to the plate. 1-1 is over for a strike, and the count's now 1-2. The 1-2 pitch, that will get to the backstop, and the count's now 2-2. The 2-2. There's a soft liner out towards right center field. That'll drop in for a base hit. And Gunnar Edson is now 1 for 2, and the leadoff man aboard to kick off the top of the 5th inning. That brings up Coulter Babcock, and now Edson is 2 for 5 so far here in the Dakota Classic. Just the second hit of the ball game for Post State. Babcock is 0 for 1. He struck out swinging back in the third, his only at-bats. First pitch is over for strike 1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one's over for a strike, and the count's now 0-2. Sudden Sunshine and Carter Schuffelbein will try and also drive in runs along with Coulter Babcock. 0-2 pitch will miss outside for a ball, and the count's 1-2. Here's the 1-2 pitch. There's a line shot, and that's a base hit. First two guys have reached as Babcock will get on with nobody out. And it brings up Sutton Sun and Shine. So the Eights stringing a couple hits together here to lead off this top of the 5th inning. And it brings up Sutton Sun and Shine, who is 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout. Second hit of the summer for Babcock. First pitch will miss inside for ball 1. Here to the number 2 hitter in Sun and Shine with 2 runners on. Nobody out here in the top of the 5th. 1-0 pitch. That'll miss low and away, and the count's 2-0. So 2-3 here now for Post States. And they're 3 outs away from falling in this game, but a couple of base hits away from starting to come back trail. 2-0 pitch is over for a strike, and the count's now 2-1. Two-one pitch. Sun and Shine will rip that out towards left center field. That's going to get over the head of the center fielder and all the way out to the wall. One run will come around to score. They will try and send Babcock in to score. The throw, there will not be a throw. It's a 2 RBI double for Sun and Shine. And Post State is on the board. 10-2 ball game here in the top of the 5th. And for Sun and Shine, that is his first RBIs of the tournament. And we'll bring up Carter Schuffelbein. He is 1 for 2 so far. First pitch is upstairs for ball 1. Takes him to the 5th, but the Eights are on the board. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That'll hit Schuffelbein in the back. He couldn't turn and get out of the way quick enough. And the hit by pitch, and it's first and second here with nobody out, and it brings up Dawson Getz, and that will bring a mound visit out here for Harrisburg. Trying to settle down Safransky, and then also might end up ending his day as well with 80 pitches, right around the 80 pitch count mark. Not sure what the Harrisburg schedule looks like after the tournament's over with, and if they play on Tuesday or Wednesday, they do play, looks like they're going down to Omaha, but will not play a South Dakota game, so they're probably not so much worried about the pitch count for Safransky. He's up to 89 pitches anyway, so thought maybe he was a little bit closer to being right at the 80 pitch count mark. First pitch to Dawson Getz, a ground ball. Throw from short to second for 1. That's all they're going to get. Fielder's choice for Dawson Getz. And runners are at the corners now with 1 out.
Number 11.
And it brings up Miles Doyle. Doyle struck out swinging in his first at bat. He's 0 for 1. J.J. Buchholz in that spot earlier went 0 for 1 the ball game with a ground out. First pitch was low for ball 1. That was pitch number 90 for Safransky. Got 15 pitches left to work with. 1-0 pitch will be inside. The count's now 2-0. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That'll be on the inside corner for a strike, and the count's now 2-1. 2-1 pitch. Line shot, diving play for Kokenge, and that just is past his glove and into left field for a base hit. And it's a 10-3 ball game. An RBI single for Miles Doyle in his first and second here with one away.
Number 14, Grayson Hunsley.
So now here's Grayson Hunsley, who is 0 for 2. Runners at first and second now with one out. First pitch will bounce in off the mask of the catcher in Carlson, and no chance to make a play. And everybody will move up 90 feet, and they're in scoring position here. And Post State is a base hit away from cutting this deficit in half here in the fifth inning. 1-0 pitch. Hunsley with a ground ball. Runner will take off for home. They'll let him score. The throw to first will be in time. It's an RBI ground down for Hunsley, and a 10-4 ball game now, with 2 outs here in the top of the fifth.
Number 20, Bridger Babcock.
And it brings up Bridger Babcock. 8th man to come to the plate here in the fifth. The 4-run fifth inning for Post State. Was over for a strike, and the count's 0-1 here to Bridger Babcock, who has not recorded an at-bat yet. Hit by a pitch in the second and also walked in the fourth. 0-1 pitch will miss low and inside. The count is even at a ball and a strike. And a base hit would make this a 5-run ball game. 1-1 pitch. That one on the inside corner for a strike, and the count's now 1-2. 1-2 pitch. Bridger will foul that one back, and the count remains at 1-2. One-two pitch. Reaching for it, slow roller to the third baseman, fielded by Boucher. His throw across is in time, and it retires aside here in the fifth inning. But Post State scores 4 runs in the inning. With 4 hits, there were no errors, and 1 man left on base. We head to the bottom of the fifth. 10-4, Harrisburg leads over Pierre. Back in a minute on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Brought to you by Limebach Construction Incorporated, who can build your recreational home or building along the beautiful lower Lake Oahe area. Whether if your hobby is hunting, fishing, travel, or water sports, we can come up with a building design that will fit your interests and expectations. We pride ourselves on using quality products, customer service, and open communication. Limebach Construction is locally owned and operated, serving the Missouri River community since 1994. For area of service and more information, contact Bill Limebach at 605-223-2738. That's 605-223-2738. Comtech, your local technology solutions provider, is now located on the truck bypass. With great brands like Bose, Sonos, LG, Samsung, Lenovo, and so much more. Stop in to see their new showroom for everything in stock for your personal or business needs. Comtech provides professional installation and service after the sale. Comtech is your local technology store, located now on the truck bypass, or visit us on the web at comtechplus.com.
It is the bottom of the fifth, 10-4 lead for Harrisburg over Pierre. American Family Insurance, Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard. And then we'll bring up 2, 3, and 4 here for Harrisburg in the fifth inning. Max Carlson will lead things off. First pitch will miss low for ball 1. So now as we play here in the bottom of the fifth, it is a chance for Post State to get a big 0 on the scoreboard and try and continue to battle back. And good fifth inning for Post State, regardless of how this game finishes out. Good fifth inning. Post State easily could have rolled over and got 3 outs and been a 10-0 win for Harrisburg, as that's one will be flown out to left field. And Max Carlson will lead off the bottom of the fifth with a solo shot. That one was a no-doubter here at Harrisburg, and the Post 45 will make an 11-4 lead now. And for Max Carlson, this the second home run of the season. He is now 2 for 3 in the ball game. Eli Kokenge will come to the plate. He's also got a home run in this game. Solo shot to lead off the second inning, just like Max Carlson had to lead off here in the 5th. So now 11-4 is our score. Kokenge will sky this out towards center field, but Sun and Shine will backpedal. He'll make the catch, and a good comeback pitch from Coulter Babcock, and it's one down here in the bottom of the 5th, and it brings up Max Scheer. Scheer is 2 for 3. 2 RBI single in the first and a triple in the second. Here's the first pitch. Missing high and outside for ball 1. So now 11-4, but that 7-run first inning, the big difference in this game, obviously a 7-run lead if you take away all 7 of those runs, and it is a tie ball game right now, but Harrisburg had their first 9 guys all reach base. Sam Sutton was the only one that had a fielder's choice. Everybody else either singled or walked or had a base hit of some kind. There's a couple doubles in there as well. But everybody in the batting order was on base at one point in that first inning, as the count is 3-1 here now to the cleanup man in Max Scheer. Looking for his 3rd hit of the ball game. 3-1 pitch will miss outside for ball 4, and a 1-out walk issued to Scheer, and it will bring up the number 5 hitter. And Sam Sutton, who is 0 for 2 so far, had a sac fly RBI in the second. And a fielder's choice and a line out to the left fielder and Simpson in the 4th. First pitch, runner takes off, ground ball. That'll be foul as Bridger Babcock fielded that one just to the right of the first base bag, and the count's 0-1. Here's the 0-1. They'll bounce in, get away from Hunsley. Wild pitch that will move up the runner to second. Scheer, who wasn't running on that pitch, will still get to second base anyway. The count's now 1-1. Noah Boucher, who is 3 for 3 with 2 doubles, is on deck. Jack Riley, who's been on base all 3 times, would follow. Here's the 1-1. Ground ball right side, fielded by Babcock. Didn't feel it cleanly, but even if he does, it's going to be a tough race to first base. And it's 1st and 3rd now.
Number 16, Noah O'Shea.
And probably would end up being scored a base hit. The tough play that Bridger Babcock had to make, he made, if he makes it cleanly, it's still a tough race over to first base to try and be able to get him out, but they will rule it an error. As Boucher will come to the plate. That's cued off the end of the bat, and that'll be knocked down by Bridger Babcock, but the toss is not there to either Coulter Babcock or Miles Doyle. And a run will come in to score.
Number 10, Jack
and it's
Riley.
1st and 2nd. Well, they are going to say it's an 8-run game. They aren't not going to play the 10-run rule. All right, so it is an 8-run win for Harrisburg over Pierre. A 12-4 victory for Harrisburg, and we will step aside for 2 minutes and come back and wrap up game number 1 of our day. Back in 2 minutes here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
As community bankers, BankWest employees are deeply committed to supporting local causes, growing the local economy, and creating local opportunities. At a time when you can bank anywhere, we hope you choose BankWest. We'll be your financial partner for the long haul, helping you and your community achieve financial success. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Nystrom Electrical Contracting in Pierre has been providing professional sales, service, and installation since 1977. Whether you're starting from scratch, new construction, or you're upgrading your current system at your home, farm, or office, give the professionals at Nystrom Electrical Contracting a call. They've got a lot of bright ideas. Call Nystrom's today to schedule a free computer-generated estimate. The number is 224-8750, or visit their website at nystromelectric.com.
Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping wants to make it easy for you to get that lush green lawn and that yard haven that you've been dreaming of. Visit dakotasprinkler.com to make appointments for sprinkler system spring startup, service calls, fall winterization, and landscaping quotes. Trust Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping's professionals to get you through the planning and installation to make your landscaping needs a reality. Visit dakotasprinkler.com today.
With any dream, the wind won't always be at your back. The sun won't always be shining, and some rain is going to fall. American Family Insurance is like a good, solid roof that you can trust to protect your biggest dreams. With plans that could save you up to 23% when you bundle your home and auto. Also, you can continue to dream fearlessly, no matter what comes your way. American Family Insurance.
Visit mfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company assigned its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Contact the Brittany Shufflebind Agency, LLC, 224-6627.
We welcome you back here. Post State will drop the first game of the day to Harrisburg 12-4 in 5 innings. It was an 8-run rule. The tournament rules are 12 after 4 and 8 after 5. Was thinking that with the South Dakota game they were going to play just the 10-run rule after 5, but it is an 8-run rule after the 5th inning, as it will be a 12-4 final for Post State, falling to Harrisburg in our first game today. They will play West Fargo coming up here in just a little bit. You are listening to KCCR Pierre Riverfront Broadcasting Station. Would assume that we'll probably get started around closer to 1:30 maybe for our second game. But with West Fargo just getting loose, warmed up, they'll probably go fairly quickly. They'll take IO. Post State does not take IO, so we can maybe get started around 1:30, maybe even a little bit sooner than 1:30 for the game. 7 runs in the first inning for Harrisburg. That was the difference in the game. A 7-run first inning. All 9 guys in the first time through the order all reached base, with only one guy going 0 for 1, but still reaching on a fielder's choice. As they get 12 runs, 11 hits, no errors, and 6 men left on base. Pierre had 4 runs, 5 hits, 3 errors, and 6 men left on base. Darren Safransky is the winning pitcher. In 5 innings, he had 5 hits, 4 runs, 3 walks, and 6 strikeouts for Harrisburg. And then Miles Doyle will pick up the loss, going an inning, giving up 6 hits, 7 runs, 6 of them earned, 2 walks, no strikeouts. Coulter Babcock in relief went 3 1/3 innings, giving up 5 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned, 5 walks, and 5 strikeouts. As Harrisburg had 2 home runs, 2 solo shots. Eli Kokenge and Max Carlson led off the 2nd and 5th inning with home runs. As it was 2 RBIs for Shear, 2 RBIs for Jack Riley, 2 doubles for Noah Boucher. Max Carlson also had a double. Shearer had a triple as well. Post State had a double from Sutton Sunshine, who drove in 2 runs. Miles Doyle with an RBI single. Grayson Hunsley with an RBI as well, with an RBI ground out, as the Eights fall 12-4 in game number 1. Time of the ball game was 1 hour and 29 minutes, which kind of helps us get back a little bit closer to the original 1 o'clock scheduled start time, but we'll still be about a half an hour behind for that, maybe more of a 1:30 start time for our second game of the day today. We will end the live stream on YouTube at KCCR Sports, and then we will get you set for the second game of our doubleheader. We'll hear from News Director Zach Nelson and his weekend news coming up in just a little while. We'll have that before we get started for our second game here in just a little bit, as Pierre will take on West Fargo. We will step aside. We'll come back in 4 minutes and hear from News Director Zach Nelson on KCCR with his weekend news, and then we'll start to get you set for our second game between Pierre and West Fargo, as the Eights are now 0-2, and their tournament will end tomorrow. They will not be able to win the pool, and Harrisburg is a win away from winning the pool, but also that Fort Calhoun game could be a very important game to try and win. It could be that tournament championship or pool championship for Harrisburg, who is now 3-0 in the Dakota Classic. We will step aside and come back in 4 minutes with our weekend news from News Director Zach Nelson. Back after this here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR.